pushing. Let's keep going. In this video, I want to talk about how to deal with competition and haters when you're doing business in Africa, especially when you are leveling up and you're getting successful. And what happens is a lot of people start to hate, especially the ones that have been doing what you're doing for a minute or that want to do what you're doing, that start hating on you. How do you navigate this whole thing where you know clearly that your competition is trying to jam you up? Maybe what your competition is doing is something unethical, because that happens. Let me tell you something. When you start winning in life and in business, same thing, it's inevitable that you are going to get haters. And unless you, if you don't have haters, let me put it this way. If you don't have haters, that means you're not putting in enough work. That means you're not making much of a difference in the marketplace. People will only bother you when you're a threat to them, when you're a threat to their existence. That's the only time they'll bother you. If you're not a threat to their existence, they're not going to bother you. They'll be like, this one, they're nothing. But as soon as you start to level up like this, maybe you lock in that deal that everybody else wants, that lick, we'll call it, the big break, everybody panics. Especially in a small country. Let's say you're in a small country, Botswana, Namibia there, Zimbabwe, Tanzania. People here love to talk. My goodness. They love to yap. Sometimes I feel bad for a lot of these businessmen that get these government contracts, government tenders. I feel bad for some of these guys. Because as soon as they get a government contract worth, let's say, 10 million or 5 million, the whole country knows about it. Oh my goodness. It's only a matter of time until you're on the blogs being hated on. They're busy try to talk about what you got, how much you're spending every day, where you're spending your money, how many girlfriends you got, how many side chicks. It's only a matter of time because people yap. People in Africa just yap. They got plenty of time, okay? They got plenty of time. What I'm saying is haters are inevitable when you're about to, level up to the next level, or when you're leveled up and the competition is feeling threatened. It's only a matter of time. When you get those haters, when you're sensing you're getting haters, you need to celebrate. You need to celebrate. Let me just write this thing down so I don't forget. Oh, you need to celebrate. You need to celebrate because that means for your competition to start focusing on you. That means already they got the eye off the ball. That means you're already getting there to the next level. The game of business is so competitive. It's like sports. Let's use running. The 100-meter dash. If you're running in the 100-meter dash at the Olympics and you look at your competition, left, right, it's going to slow you down. You look this way, that's 1 second. You look this way, that's 2 seconds. There are people that have lost 100-meter races. They've come second place from half a second difference in time. Half a second difference in time has been the difference between winners and losers. It's the same game in life and business. Well, half a second, in that case could be maybe you're more disciplined, extra disciplined over your competition. That's one thing I always preach about. So discipline, going to the gym, working out, working on your mindset, and all the stuff that I talked about in my other video. Those are the things. That's the half a second. That's the half a second that you will be ahead of your competition who's busy chilling at the bar. Your haters, once they start noticing you and they start, looking at you funny, maybe giving you the side eye, talking bad about you, you always find out about these things. If you're applying enough pressure, you'll find out about these things. Because when you get to a certain level, people will give you that information because they want to win favors. They'll give you information that will be the competitive advantage over your competition. So they can win favors because they see you winning and they see your competition is slacking off. They see it. Or they see it. Just because people don't talk about it does not mean they don't see it or they see it. It's crystal clear who's applying pressure on you. You don't think your competition sees that? Of course they see it. So they're going to start to hate. But that's fantastic news. See, the problem is most people, when they come here to Africa and start a business, they start worrying about what the competition is talking about, what the haters talking about. Don't worry about them. That's a sign that you're on the right track. That's a good sign that you're on the right track. When somebody's talking crap about you, when somebody's hating on you, congratulations. Go celebrate. Because the more time they're focusing on you, the less time they're focusing on the freaking goal. The goal is to win the race. They already lost half a second looking at you, watching your content, hating on your content, watching your stuff, your business, how you moving, hating on your operations, hating on how you're doing your social media game, how you're doing your live sales. I did a video about that, by the way. Please go check it out. Where the new game is live shopping and drop shipping. I think that's the name of the video. Drop shipping, how to do drop shipping in Africa. This business idea is next level, low cost. A lot of people are not going to want to do this one because they're too afraid, too concerned about what somebody else is going to say about them doing social media live over there in China. They're too worried about stuff like that. They're too concerned about what the hater's going to say. Who cares? When the hater's watching you doing your thing on social media, it means that they're not focused on the goal. Busy looking at you, hating on you. That means they're putting in the work. They're not. What time are they putting in the work when they're focusing on you? Just think about that. A lot of people will waste their time on nonsense, on things that don't matter. When you got haters and when you got competition, you better understand the only way to beat the competition and those haters is to keep going. To keep going. There are too many of you that have given up. I've watched some videos of people that have attempted to do business here in Africa. Maybe they've done poultry business, they've done, pig farming, regular farming, and they encountered a few obstacles. Maybe it could be haters, maybe it could be, running out of money, low on money. Then they completely give up. I've watched content about guys like these. What I'm encouraging you guys to do is do not give up. Do not give up. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to get so focused on it You gotta get so focused that, listen, you gotta get so focused, is what I'm trying to say. Like, like this. You can't worry about what the competition is doing. You can't worry that your competition is already driving a Range Rover and you guys are the same age. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what kind of car he's driving. Don't worry about what neighborhood he's living at. Don't worry about that. You're focusing on the wrong thing. Guys, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Don't worry about what boutique this lady's got. Don't worry about how many followers this lady's got. Don't worry about how many sales she's doing in her clothing boutique. Don't worry about that. Focus on you. Focus on what it is that you got to do. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Because these two right here, they're going to notice you eventually. Or they're going to notice you. And by the time they're noticing you, it's too late. It's too late. I've noticed something. Once people get to a certain level of wealth and some level of success here in Africa, and to me, success is different. Okay? The way I look at success is, can you maintain a lot of things all at the same time? Can you maintain your money game? You maintain your spiritual, your mental game, your family? Can you balance a lot of these things? To me, that's success. Can you manage your peace? Can you manage your mental well-being? A lot of people don't know how to do that, especially here in Africa. You come across somebody that is, let's say, a millionaire, but their life is completely chaotic and dysfunctional. They have no peace in that home. No peace. Somebody like that, if they're in business and they're millionaires and they have a lot of dysfunction in their life, and you're able to manage your life, making sure there's no dysfunction, there's peace, there's discipline, you can outperform this person completely. You can outperform them. Because eventually, the market always dictates. Because at the end of the day, this guy who's dysfunctional, who's chaotic, even though he's got money now, eventually, that empire is going to crumble. It always does. Because money doesn't care. Oh, let me tell you something. Money does not care. Have you ever heard the saying that a fool and his money shall soon part ways? A fool and his money shall soon part ways. All the time. And this is so true. Money always flows in the direction of the most disciplined, the most organized, and the least chaotic and the least dysfunctional. That's where money flows. Money does not flow to that guy or the lady that doesn't know how to budget her money, that is chaotic, that is always fighting on the job, always fighting at work or at their business, not showing up on time, not being disciplined. Money doesn't respect that. Money does not respect any of that. Let me tell you. Money respects discipline, dedication, focus, and all of these things. Which is why you can find a guy that works harder than maybe, a rich person. Works harder every day, like they grind it. I've seen guys here, especially here in Dar es Salaam, that they're like manual labor guys. Manual labor guys that dig ditches, those guys that are driving buses, okay? Bus drivers, even those guys that are conductors, bus conductors, because here in Africa, we have what are called touts. Tout is a guy who hangs out, right? An assistant driver. He's the assistant of the driver. And he's basically trying to lure people into the bus so they can make some money on that bus. It's an African thing. If you guys are African, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're from a country that has that, you will know what I'm talking about. I've noticed these guys work, man. Listen, these guys work. You hear me? These guys work. The level of discipline, no, sorry, not the level of discipline, but the level of effort that goes into what they do is immense. It's immense. But the person that owns that bus, the bus route or whatever, they probably don't work as hard physically, using their body like those guys. So why is this guy wealthier, the bus owner, why is he wealthier than the guy that works nonstop, driving the bus, grinding? Why does the owner make more? Shouldn't the guy that works more, longer hours, manual labor-wise, shouldn't he be the owner? Just think about that. It's because there's certain things that these guys do not have, do not work on. These guys that work physical manual labor. There's certain things that they don't work on. And there's certain things that they don't know to work on. Some of it could be, ignorance. Some of it, could be lack of knowledge. Because not everybody has access to the same information like that. Like that guy who drives the bus, he's too busy driving a bus. He doesn't have access to information that I have access to, or that you have access to. So just having access to this channel, YouTube, if you can get online, you're already blessed. You're already more blessed than a lot of people, millions of people over here. So when you're coming to do business over here, you can completely dominate in certain places if you're doing it right. There's certain principles you need to learn. Same principles that the owner of the bus learned. But the guy who drives the bus did not learn. Be ready to work with the best and learn some of these principles on how to conduct business over here in Africa to get yourself to the next level. Because what we're trying to do here in this channel, we're trying to focus on building generational wealth. There's certain things you need to understand how to do to navigate competition and haters, so that you're not jammed up, you're not derailed, so you stay focused on the goal, on the mission, rather than this and this, and then you lose your half a second and not win the game out here, because this game is cold. Business is cold. Schedule time. I'll put a link in the description of this video. This will be a paid consultation. That means if you're ready to work with the best, you're ready, and you're serious about making money, schedule time. But if you're still in the research phase, you're looking for free information, that's okay too. Just watch the free stuff. Watch the free stuff. There's a bunch of free stuff here on YouTube. But if you're serious, schedule time. Talk to you soon. Bless.